our Chief Technical Officer, Matthew Ellison.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you, Josh. Thank you for being here. I know there's a margarita machine back here, so I'll try to be brief. I know we're all anxious to get to it. But what is pre? How does pre work? How does our pre-charge work? And you know, there's been a growing trend in Wi-Fi and wireless technology in this past decade, especially in the past recent years. Everything from planes to traffic control to military operations is all based off of wireless transmission. So with this Wi-Fi, this wireless transmission, CDMA, all these different signals becoming more and more a part of our everyday life, it was just a matter of time until a device like the pre-charge came about. But what is it about the pre-charge that makes us revolutionary? What is it about the pre-charge that makes us special and separates us from the competition? Competitors like Mophie, like the Shake Light. I'm sure you guys are familiar with a few of these rechargers. And it all has to do with our technology. It all comes down to our technology. And it starts with our ability to feed off of Wi-Fi signals. Now, one of the questions I get asked a lot is, does Wi-Fi, which we all know exists in urban settings, such as hospitals, schools, apartments, the list goes on, does Wi-Fi provide enough power to juice a phone? And I have a couple answers for that. One, you should first note that we're packing our pre-charge, our charger, full of receivers. There's about 100 antennas alone in our first prototype. Secondly, it's not just Wi-Fi that we're collecting. There's about a dozen different signals that we're collecting. Bluetooth, CDMA, tons of them. There's countless signals that we're collecting with this pre-charge. Now, CDMA is something I'm sure you guys have heard. A lot of you are probably familiar with, but for those of you who aren't, CDMA exists between phone calls. Whether you're receiving or transmitting a phone call, you're producing CDMA signals. Now, the CDMA is transmitted at a much higher power than Wi-Fi. In fact, it's such a high power that we're able to charge a phone off CDMA signals alone. But even when combining this Wi-Fi and the CDMA and all these other signals that the pre-charge collects, we're still dealing with a very small power. This power is then trickled into our phone battery for an extended battery life. But throughout this whole process, it's very critical for the pre-charge to stay as efficient as possible, just because, like I said, it is a very small power that we're dealing with. So, with this small power added up over the course of hours, in any Wi-Fi hotspot, CDMA hotspot, metropolitan area, urban settings, you're actually looking at an increased battery life and the potential to never have to plug your phone into a wall again. So I hope I've cleared up a little bit of your questions about our technology, what it is, who we are, what we do, and with that I'll go ahead and turn the floor over to the Chief Financial Officer of Pre, Matt Jackson.
Thanks, Matt. You know, the great thing about our technology is that in addition to application with smartphones by Apple, Research in Motion, and Google, our technology can also be applied to a wide array of other battery-powered devices. And the market potential here is amazing, with 172 million smartphones sold worldwide to date, and the mobile phone accessories market expected to reach $80 billion by 2012. Also, research has shown that 87% of that market is devoted specifically to the purchase of smartphone accessories. Now, since May, we've been working with the Idea Finishing School on a number of things and development of Pre's business structure, as well as open doors to initial funding. Specifically, Pre has secured $45,000 in initial seed capital with little commitment associated with it. We've also been working with the Finishing School on a number of other things, including the reworking of our business plan, the development of our pro forma, and the launching of our website, www.precorp.com, which went live 2 months ago with great success. With the support of the University of Texas at San Antonio, our alma mater, we've secured documentation for our provisional patent, as well as enjoy lab space there for the development and refinement of our product. I'm happy to report that we've had great success in these first few months, are on track to reach several key milestones, and we'll have offering documents prepared later this year.